Sophie speaking.
Hey, it's Beth. Do you think you could come up real quick?
Sure. I'll be right there.
You're right, you shouldn't. No, I realized I've been blind. I was so in love with you that I couldn't see. What?
Hey, Beth.
Hey there. So, who's sleeping?
Sleep... what?
You were whispering just now on the phone, so I thought maybe Eugene or Bobby were napping in the break room again.
Oh, yeah, no. It's Jacques and Wendy. They were, in the middle of something.
Ugh, it's so awkward when they start making out like no one's watching. Get a room. We literally work in a hotel.
They weren't kissing this time. They were... fighting.
Oh, this is entertaining. I mean, oh no, why?
I'm not completely sure, but it sounded like Linda had something to do with it.
Ugh, that bitch.
Beth!
Trust me, she deserves it.
I don't get why everyone hates her so much. Linda's always nice to me.
To you, maybe, but she's just the worst to every girl she perceives as a threat.
A threat? A threat to what?
I don't know. Her place as Bernard's right hand, I suppose.
So, you're saying I'm not a threat?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Linda thinks that, but that's her mistake. I know there's more to you than meets the eye.
Oh. Thanks. So, you said you needed me? My help, I mean.
Oh, right. Wanna guess why?
Did you see a mouse again?
You make it sound like that would be no big deal.
It would. Wouldn't it?
Well, what if it was a rat?
Didn't you tell me you were raised on a farm? Those little creatures shouldn't scare you.
Ugh, that doesn't make them any less disgusting.
So, is there one or not?
No. No rodent is involved, thank God. A nice gentleman decided it was time to redesign the lobby and helped us by knocking over that vase on his way out of the hotel.
That's it?
I would do it myself, but the last time I tried to leave the front desk, Bernard emerged from his lair to scold me about procedures and whatnot.
Well, we can't have the beauty of the Clarington Hotel take absence from her throne, can we?
Oh, the people would riot.
Bernard especially.
Bernard's hardly the people. Anyway, I have to get back to work. There's a mop in the supply closet next to Bernard's office, I think.
Thanks. I'll see you around.
I understand, Mr. Ramsey. I wish I could make the snowstorm disappear. I really do, but sadly, that's not within my power.
Beth, who knocked over that vase?
Mr. Spade.
Mr. Spade?
Well, I can check with the airport and let you know when flights resume. Until then... Yes, I know. You've said that already. But... Well, you're welcome to speak to my manager if you'd like. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to talk to you. Well, for that, you'd have to talk to my manager's manager. Would you like to contact him? Sadly, he doesn't have a phone. He's a bit of an old-fashioned fella, if you know what I mean. Yes? Yes, certainly. So first I suggest finding a nice little corner where you can kneel down, all right? Then you clasp your hands together and think really hard about just how much you want the snowstorm to end. It may help to repeat his name, too. It's, God, G-O-D. I'm sure he'll be very sympathetic to your plight. Making fun of you, sir. No, I never dare. No, I'm dead serious. If anyone can make the snowstorm end, it's him. Hello? Sir? Oh, well. Clarrington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking. What can I do for you on this very fine day?
Beth, I need your help.
Sophie? What's going on?
I think Mr. Spade's stalking me while I work.
Really? I knew it!
You did?
I mean, I knew there was something fishy about him. He just has creep written all over his face, you know? How did you find out?
He took pictures of me. I found them hanging over the bathtub. He set up a kind of dark room.
Pictures of you? Doing what?
I can't believe I'm about to say this, but sometimes when I clean the rooms, I get a little curious and, snoop through our guest stuff.
Sneaky. And Mr. Spade caught you in the act, I suppose?
Yes. I think we should call the police.
No, that's a terrible idea.
But-
Sophie, that man has pictures of you running your hands through people's stuff.
But I didn't steal anything. I was just snooping, I swear.
I know, but say a client reports something missing, those pictures would put a big red target on your back.
So I just leave? Do nothing?
Do nothing? No, but it'd be smarter to wait until you have the whole story, or at least more than you have now, before making a move. I've been in dark rooms before. Setting one up in a space that isn't made for that takes time and effort.
Wait, you're a photographer?
No. I was there to look at pictures a photographer took of me. Look, all I mean to say is there's no way he set all of this up just for a couple of pictures. There has to be more.
I guess I barely looked through his belongings.
And he's got pictures of you checking other people's stuff. Why stop now?
Beth?
Oh, loosen up a little. No one's dead.
Any idea where I should start then?
Well, now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure I remember Mr. Spade asking for the combination to his room's safe. I bet you anything there'll be more pictures in there.
Maybe, but I don't have the code.
Give me a minute. Merde. Those idiots.
What?
I can't find the combination list. The night staff's probably lost it again. Anyway, we always ask that clients write down their code somewhere so they don't have to call reception a dozen times. Maybe you can have a look around the room, and I call you if Mr. Creep comes back. You know, so you can get out of there in time.
Okay, yeah. Thank you.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, and Beth,
Mm-hmm.
please keep this between us.
Of course. Clarrington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hold on. Andrew. Andrew. Cover for me, will you?
What's going on?
Hey, Tintin. Just do it. Sorry about that. So, found anything on Mr. Spade?
Well, Mr. Spade isn't even his real name.
What? What is it then?
Paul Morgan.
Ooh, I can see why he changed it. So, did you open the safe? What was in it?
A journal.
His journal? Does he say why he's stalking you?
No, but it seems he's stalking 2 other people as well.
Oh, who are they?
They're guests. I don't know their names, though. I was hoping you could find them in the logbook.
Well, Snoopy. Although it may seem like it, I'm not actually clairvoyant, so I'll need something to narrow the search. Do you know anything about them?
Mr. Morgan refers to them as H and M.
Well, that could mean a lot of things. It could be their initials, or, I don't know, husband and mistress.
Oh, I hadn't thought of that.
Yeah, I'll need a little more to go on.
I found out that Mr. Morgan made a request to be transferred to room 507, but it was denied because...
That's Mrs. Beaumont's room.
Exactly.
Why change rooms when his entire setup is in 505?
I'm not sure. I just thought it might be related.
Maybe, but... would you look at that? There's a couple staying in room 509, Hector and Marcella Cruz.
Hector and Marcella. H&M.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Do you know anything about the Cruzes?
Well, I saw them come in and out of the hotel a few times. Called a taxi for them once. The missus does the smiling and the other frowns a lot. Nothing to write home about. Do you have room 509 on your to-do list by any chance?
I do, actually.
Then maybe you go clean it and have a little look-see?
Yeah, nothing unusual here. Just a maid cleaning a room.
That's my girl.
I'll call you if I find anything.
Just be careful, okay?
I will. I promise.
Hey, you.
Oh, hey, Beth. On break already?
Sadly, no. I have an express delivery to make to the 6th floor.
Isn't that Jacques or Andrew's job?
Well, they're both busy, so... What about you? I thought you'd be in 509.
I'm heading up now. I just had to grab Linda's master key before I could continue our investigation.
Oh, I see. Well, this has been quite the day so far, hasn't it? I can't remember the last time work was this interesting.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to put it. That's not all, though. I was looking for my keys, and I heard someone crying in the bathroom.
Well, it's not a day at the Clarington if someone hasn't broken down in tears. Who is it?
It's Wendy. She's pretty upset.
Oh, any idea what happened?
I'm not completely sure, but I think it has something to do with the graffiti I found on Linda's door.
The graffiti? What graffiti?
It's 2 words in red lipstick. Hypocrite, bitch.
Well, Wendy would certainly have a few reasons to write that. Linda's been treating her like her personal punching bag as of late.
Yeah, Linda's been pretty bad to Wendy. I'm not surprised she snapped.
Remember that day when Wendy came to work with that gorgeous perm? The staff, the clients, everyone complimented her. Then Linda came along and sent her right back home to straighten it out because her cosmetic choices were distracting the clientele. Ugh.
I'm not trying to excuse her behavior, but I think Linda's under a lot of pressure right now. It can't be easy, managing so many people with Bernard breathing down your neck.
You know, I don't know how you do it, Sophie. Maybe it's because my empathy only goes so far, but I admire that you're able to feel for just about anyone.
I like to put myself in other people's shoes, especially if they're people I find fascinating, like you.
Wow. The way you turned that compliment right back around at me was masterful. Well, this was a lovely chat, but I better see if Eugene is around maintenance. Hopefully he can help me find this thing for our esteemed guest.
Yeah, we both got a lot on our plates today.
I can't wait to find out more about our friends H&M. Take care.
You too.
Clarington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth, it's me.
Hey, so how did the snooping go? Find anything?
I did. I found a message written in strange symbols. A kind of secret code.
A secret code? Well, spill the beans. What did it say?
I will leave notes in the vent next to your room.
In the vent? Who the hell does that?
I don't know, but whoever the message was intended for went through a lot of trouble to hide it. It was torn in 12 pieces and scattered in 3 different trash cans.
So the Cruises are keeping secrets from each other. Do you think one of them's having an affair?
I don't know. It really looks like blackmail.
Blackmail? What makes you say that?
I found a bank statement belonging to Mrs. Cruz. Her account was emptied very recently.
That's interesting. But it could mean a lot of things.
What do you mean?
Well, people need their money, especially when they're traveling. Although I have to admit, withdrawing all of it does seem a bit strange. Is that all you've got to back your theory?
Pretty much. But I should be able to find more proof in the vent. The one that's mentioned in the message. I think I'll go check it out.
Yeah, good idea, Bean. I'm about to go on break, so if you need my help again, just ask Andrew to patch you through to the break room.
All right. Enjoy your break.
Oh, I will.
Now,
No, it's not.
I came by here not too long ago, and Andrew was already covering for you.
That's because I was in the ladies' room.
That's no excuse to...
It's my time of the month.
uh,
You're married, aren't you? So you know how it is. I have to go more often, and sometimes I stain the furniture, and don't get me started on all the...
That's enough details. Miss Belivet, what were you doing in my office?
I was simply closing the door. Someone left it ajar.
Really? But that doesn't explain what you're doing on this floor. You know very well the cleaning staff isn't supposed to wander around the lobby for no reason. You wouldn't be lying to me, would you, Miss Belivet?
No, I swear,
It's my fault. I asked her to come clean up a mess I made. Spilled coffee.
Coffee? Oh, Miss Lambert, you're not supposed to have beverages at the front desk.
Yeah, well, there are so many rules here, I lose track.
Come with me.
sorry.
I'm really disappointed in you, Miss Lambert. When you first started working here, I never would have thought that you had so little decency.
Decency's overrated. Personally, I think it gives the lobby a bit of character. Clients love the fact that I embody the désinvolte French woman stereotype.
Guests. We call them guests. How many times do I have to repeat it? And Mr. Ramsay sure didn't seem to appreciate your, how do you call it? Désinvolte French woman attitude? Telling him his only recourse is to pray for the snowstorm to end. That's not how you talk to guests.
No, that's how you talk to morons.
You're lucky, Miss Lambert. Lucky you have a face that makes people tolerate your abrasive personality. If you weren't so pretty, you'd have been out of a job a long time ago. But I'd suggest not testing me. Especially not today.
Well, if you give me a raise, I might consider being more agreeable when it comes to yes.
You really think this is the right time to ask for a raise? Now, even if you were a model employee, which clearly you're not, it'd be foolish of me to give raises right now. But with the renovation cost overruns and Mr. Weston not returning... Oh. Yeah. I think you may just be his type.
What the hell are you going on about?
You know who Mr. Weston is, don't you? It has just occurred to me that he's particularly fond of French women.
Oh, well, I see where this is going.
Look, I'll add $2 to your next paycheck if you do it. And I'm not asking much. Next time he comes to visit, just try to be nice to him. I mean, nicer than usual.
$2? That's adorable. Make it 5 and I'll smile.
$3 and you make conversation with him for 10 minutes.
$4 for 5 minutes conversation. Paid up front.
Deal.
Always a pleasure doing business with you, Bernie.
Now, don't make me come back on our agreement. Now, this is all the info I have on Weston. His hobbies, his favorite foods, everything. I want you to memorize it.
You have a folder on him? Creep.
What did you say?
Nothing, nothing. Just give me the file.
Clarrington Hotel reception desk, Beth speaking.
It's me.
Oh, hello, Bean. Anything new to report?
Yeah, but I also wanted to thank you for saving my skin earlier.
Oh, you're welcome.
I hope I didn't get you into too much trouble.
Well, I did get a little sermon from Bernard.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't fuss about it. He mainly complained about my lack of decency and my abrasive personality. So, the usual stuff, you know? He did keep me in there forever, though. So, tell me it was worth it. Tell me you found something good in that vent.
I found another message written in secret code.
What does it say?
Meet me tonight in my room. Michael will be sleeping. We need to discuss our plan.
Michael? Who's that? Another husband?
I don't know. It's the first time I'm hearing of a Michael in this story.
Let me check the logbook. There's a Michael staying in room 507.
Mrs. Beaumont's room? But she doesn't have a husband. She's here alone with... Oh! Michael must be her son. I got him some extra blankets the other day so he could build a fort.
Could Marcella?
Yes?
No, never mind. So, what's next?
I guess I should go have a look at 507, but it's not on my list. There's a do not disturb sign on the door.
Well, I could call the room to make sure no one's there.
Good idea.
Hang on. You've got the all clear, Bean. Head on over.
Thanks, Beth. I'll call you back.
Bean, I've been meaning to speak with you.
Oh, about what?
Well, a little birdie told me Mr. Morgan and Mr. Cruz had an argument yesterday evening.
Really? Who's your little birdie?
Jacques. Apparently it got so heated he had to get involved. And listen to this. It sounds like I was on the right track, 'cause he heard a particular word thrown around quite a lot. Wanna guess what it is?
Affair?
Bingo.
Did Jack hear anything else?
From what he told me, it seemed like Mr. Cruz was accusing Mr. Morgan of having an affair with his wife. Wouldn't have expected Mrs. Cruz to fall for a man like Morgan, but I guess the heart wants what the heart wants.
Maybe, but that doesn't explain Mrs. Beaumont's involvement with Mrs. Cruz.
What do you mean?
I found a chest in room 507. I think it can only be opened by turning 2 keys at once. I found one of them in Mrs. Beaumont's things.
Oh, and the other one?
Well, I remembered seeing a similar key in one of Mr. Morgan's stocking pictures, so I went back to check. Mrs. Cruz wears it as a pendant. It looks identical to Mrs. Beaumont's key.
Wait, so Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz own identical keys that are both needed to open a mysterious chest? Yeah, there's definitely something going on here.
I think Mrs. Cruz and Mrs. Beaumont might be the ones having the affair.
That's an interesting theory. Did you find any clues that might support this?
Nothing concrete. I mean, I did find a letter that suggests they may have gone to college together, but they could just as well be good friends, right?
Yeah, that's one way to put it.
I guess we'd know for sure if we could have a look at that chest, but I don't think I'll be able to open it. I've looked around room 509. I would have seen the second key if it was there. Mrs. Cruz must have left with it this morning.
Yeah.
We were so close. I can't believe it all ends here.
Well, hold on. I may have an idea. Get me a candle and some plaster, and maybe I can do something about that pesky chest.
How?
I'll tell you later. Just find me those things and I'll meet you in the basement as soon as I manage to leave my post.
All right. Thank you for not giving up.
Come on, you know I wouldn't let you down. There you are.
I'm not sure I understand what the plan is here.
Well, when I was little, we had padlocks on many of the farm's sheds. My dad would always lose the keys, so one day he made a mold of them using wax and plaster. I was thinking of doing the same.
Are you sure it's gonna work?
Absolutely not. But hey, I guess we won't know until we try.
Yeah, you're right.
So let's do this. Okay, to start, we need to pour the wax from the pot. Right, now we wait for it to dry.
How long do you think it's gonna take?
I don't know. I guess we'll keep poking it every now and then.
I bet you didn't think you'd be making a plaster key today, huh?
Indeed. But I like it. It's rare that this job allows me to use my creative side.
Your creative side?
Well, granted, this key won't end up in any museum, but I enjoy the occasional artistic endeavor.
Like drawing?
Oh, God, no. I once drew a dress that everyone mistook for a birthday hat. I never drew again after that. What about you? Haven't I seen you drawing in that journal of yours?
Yeah, I doodle a little.
Hey, you should show me one day. I'd love to see your art.
I wouldn't call it art.
Oh, I'm sure you're underestimating yourself.
No, I'm pretty sure I'm not.
All right, then. I won't insist. What do you like to draw, anyway?
It's kind of silly, but I've started working on this little comic in which I imagine my life as a celebrity.
A celebrity?
Yeah. I've always found the lives of famous people so fascinating, you know? And I kind of envy them sometimes. All the drama, the excitement.
Yeah, because we're really lacking in drama and excitement today.
Well, today's the exception.
I'm sure there's something else in your life that excites you.
Well, I do like sailing.
Excuse me? You sail? On a boat?
I used to, with my grandpa. But when he died, we had to sell the boat to pay off his debts.
Oh, that's too bad. I would have loved to go with you.
Maybe it'd be possible to borrow a boat for a day. I think one of Grandpa's friends still has his.
Really? That would be great. I just love trying new things.
I'll see what I can do.
Hey, look. I think it's dry.
I can't believe it worked. I could not have done this without you.
Yeah, probably not. Well, I should get back upstairs before Bernard notices my absence, if he hasn't already. Let me know how it goes with the key. Oh, and be careful while turning it, okay? You wouldn't want it to break inside the lock.
Yeah, I'll be careful. Thank you for everything.
No problem. Clarington Hotel reception desk. Beth speaking.
Hey, Beth. Got a minute?
For you, always Bean.
I opened the chest in room 507.
You did? Damn, I have to admit I didn't really believe in our little plaster key, but way to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as well. It's quite sturdy.
So, spill it. What's in the chest?
A riddle.
A riddle?
I think it was written by Mrs. Beaumont for Mrs. Cruz. And I think the answer will give me the combination for a case I found in room 509. I could use your help with it, though.
Oh, God, I hate riddles. Well, let's hear it. Which part is causing you trouble?
Unlike my favorite bar, this one was black. Do you know what this could mean?
You said Mrs. Beaumont wrote the riddle, right?
Yeah, but I have no idea what her favorite bar is.
I think I do.
Really? How?
That's a story for another time. But if I had to bet, I'd put my money on the white cat.
The white cat. I think I get it.
Well, that wasn't too hard, was it? Is there anything else?
Here's another one. Her alliterative name will surely take you back.
Alliterative what now? Andrew, you're a nerd. What's alliterative?
Hey, just because I read books doesn't mean I know everything.
Uh-huh.
Okay. It's a series of words that start with the same sound or letters.
Thank you, darling. Did you get that, Bean?
Yeah, I did. I think I know what to do.
You do? Great. Anything else I can help you with?
No, that's all. Thank you.
Don't mention it. I'm just glad I could be of some help. Call me after you've opened that case.
You know I will.
Mrs. Beaumont and Mrs. Cruz are some kind of star-crossed lovers?
Seems like it, yeah. But I'm not sure whether they chose to meet here just to reconnect for a few days, or if there's something more to it.
Well, I may be able to help with that.
Really? How?
Oh, some mail arrived earlier for Mrs. Beaumont.
You've opened it, right?
Me? Disregarding someone's privacy? Of course I did.
I'm a bad influence on you.
Or have we been bad influences on each other? I guess we'll never know.
So, what's in it?
It's 3 train tickets. And, there's a tourism pamphlet for California.
California.
Well, it makes sense. It's much more progressive there than it is here.
So, Anna and Marcella want to go there to live their love freely.
Anne and Marcella, huh? You 3 are best pals now?
Well, after reading so much of their correspondence, I kind of feel like I know them, you know?
Yeah. But what about Mr. Morgan, though? I mean, Paul. How does he fit into all of this?
Turns out he's a big fan of Marcella.
Is she a celebrity or something?
More or less. She writes pulp fiction under a pseudonym. I think her books gave Paul a chance to get out of his own head while he was staying in a psychiatric hospital.
Huh, I see. He's still kind of a creep, though. Couldn't he have stuck to fan mail? Stalking her like that? That's going too far. And why did he have those pictures of you, anyway?
I guess we'll never know for sure, but I don't think it was ever about me.
It's always been about Anne and Marcella.
Exactly.
Well, it feels a tad anticlimactic, but who needs drama, right?
At least it made our day pretty interesting.
It sure did. You know, after today, I think I get why you're so interested in the lives our guests lead. I try to forget they exist as soon as I'm done interacting with them. But once in a while, it's nice to remember that, well, even the most put-together person could be an absolute mess on the other side of the door.
What about you? Who is Beth Lambert when no one's looking?
I like to think that with me, what you see is what you get. But maybe an extra Snoopy super sleuth could uncover a few more layers. Maybe ones I didn't even know I had.
Challenge accepted.
Come see me when your shift ends, all right? We could leave together if you want.
Sure. If we're able to. With all that snow, I'm thinking maybe we'll have no choice but to spend the night here.
Ooh, a sleepover. We could set up a pillow fort on the mezzanine.
A pillow fort? We do work in a hotel, you know. There are actual beds here.
I know, but isn't my way so much more fun?
Well, we could take a page out of Michael's book and decorate it, and then spend the night throwing stuff at Bernard whenever he comes through the lobby.
Oh, now you're talking.
Oh, hey you. Great timing, right? I'm thinking if we're lucky, Bernard will let us go home. No point in working in the dark. Sophie?
Bean, you're not scared of the dark, are you? Hey, is everything okay?
I found Mr. Cruz. Hector,
Oh, you did? What was the bloke up to?
you don't understand. I found his body. He's dead, Beth.
Merde. Merde. Sit down, okay? You look like you're about to faint. Have you called the police?
Yeah, they're on their way.
What happened? Was there an accident?
No, I don't think so. Someone did this to him.
You mean... Merde. Do you think it could have been Anne and Marcella?
I found something on Hector that would point to that. Yes.
Wait, so you touched the body? The dead body?
I mean, yes, kind of.
Sophie, rule number 1 when stumbling upon a dead body. Do not touch. It could really get you in trouble. So, what did you find?
There was this letter that made it sound like Marcella would get a lot of money from her husband's death.
Ugh. Throw the affair into the mix and you get a pretty good motive.
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm probably going to hell for saying this. Who am I kidding? I'm going to hell anyway. But I can't really blame her if she did it.
I'm not sure I'm following. You can't blame her for murder.
I'm not excusing it. I'm not. Just... women like Anne and Marcella have so few options. It's like the world is designed to keep them apart.
Beth.
Oh, you know. You know. I've been with a woman before. Ziva Rivers. She's a photographer in New York. We were together for a while, and I was so in love. It was like a fire Rain couldn't put out. I guess like anything that intense, it wasn't meant to last, but while it lasted, I was the happiest I've ever been. And if something had come between us, kept us apart, I would have done just about anything to be with her. Maybe that's what happened here with Anne and Marcella.
Thank you. Thank you for trusting me with this.
Maybe now you can understand why I care so much about you. I don't know if I'm feeling inspired by Anne and Marcella, or if it's the shock of being so close to an actual murder, but, I'd really like for us to be more than just friends, Sophie.
Yeah. I'd like that too.
That's... that's great. The police is here. Just be mindful of what you tell them, okay?
Yeah, of course.
Ugh, go to hell.
Beth,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm out of a job. But other than that, yeah, everything's just peachy.
What? No,
I hope you're luckier than I am. Come join me when he's done with you, all right? I'll be questioning my life choices on the mezzanine.
yeah, okay. Hey,
Hey,
what a week.
Yeah. So, what did Bernard want with you?
He wants me to clean the mess on the 5th floor.
What? Unbelievable. Oh, he's such a jerk.
Yeah. I wish I would have stood up to him, but I really need this job.
I know you do.
Did Bernard say why he was firing you?
Oh, well, he's been itching to get rid of me ever since he took over from Raymond. Now that he's hell-bent on cutting expenses, it was obvious I would be one of the first to go.
So, what's next for you?
I think I'm done working under Bernard's or Linda's. Maybe it's time I become my own Bernard. Minus the fascism, of course. I could see myself owning my own establishment, one that caters to the right kind of crowd. Believe it or not, I do enjoy the company of people, just not, the stuck-up, entitled clientele of this prestigious hotel. But maybe if I were behind the counter of, say, a bar, instead of a reception desk. I don't know. Is that silly?
No, it's not. In fact, you'd be perfect for it. You're the most charming person I know.
Thank you. I'm really glad you're in my life.
Me too.
Can I?
Kiss me?
Yes.
I thought you'd never ask.
That was...
I know.
What do you think will happen to them?
Who?
Sorry, my mind wanders sometimes. I meant Paul, Anne, and Marcella. Do you think they'll be released?
Yeah, I think so. Paul will probably become a famed photographer. His portrait of you will be hanged at the Louvre, entitled The Inconspicuous Maid. It will sell for millions.
Is that so?
Yeah, and Anne and Marcella will ride into the sunset on the back of 2 Appaloozas, watching over their newly acquired ranch. They'll be constantly followed by their only sheep. They'll call him Paul, for old time's sake.
I like that. I just want them to be happy.
Me too. What's he doing here again?
Let's not make a scene, all right?
A scene? What the hell's going on?
Beth, it's okay.
I warned you where obstruction of justice would get you, Miss Roy. So here we are. You're under arrest.
What? This is bullshit! You can't do this! Sophie, we'll get you a lawyer! It'll be okay! God.
I've been thinking about Anne and Marcella a lot.
Should I be jealous?
No, not in that way. I've been thinking about what they went through. How they had to lie and pretend. Day after day. How they had to live someone else's life for 10 years before they could finally be with each other. I don't think I could do that.
Well, I have good news for you, Bean. Times are changing. It's already started elsewhere. And it will get here, eventually. One day, all the Annes and Marcellas of the world will live happily together, and no one will give a damn.
I really hope that's true.
It will be.